Hello everyone, welcome to A Simple Life, where we discuss what we think you should know about African countries weekly. Today's video will shed light on some misconceptions and questions people have about a very fascinating country in Africa. Africa is a continent often misunderstood for many reasons, despite being the second largest and second most populous continent in the world. This misrepresentation leads to a skewed perspective, overshadowing Africa's rich cultural heritage, dynamic economies, and innovative strides in various fields. This lack of information highlights the need for platforms that share the true African reality with the world. In the spirit of spreading awareness, this channel focuses on exploring the facts and narratives around various African countries, their cultures, and their people. So we would like to welcome you all once again to the A Simple Life channel. Today, we will be exploring a fascinating country in Africa that, like the continent as a whole, is often misunderstood, sadly. Many people question whether this country is even an African country, its exact location, and much more. We will address these questions and more today in this video. To begin with a brief description of the country in focus today. It is an island country famous for its beautiful landscapes, including pristine beaches, mountains, and vibrant towns. Recently, it was certified by the WHO as a malaria-free country, marking a significant achievement in global health. This country is located in the North Atlantic Ocean and is part of the Macaronesia ecoregion. This country is none other than the beautiful Cape Verde, officially known as the Republic of Cabo Verde, and it is the focus of our video today. Now, let's start by examining the meaning behind the name of the country before delving into any other details and questions often asked online about this island nation. The archipelago, upon discovery by its colonial rulers, the Portuguese, was named Cabo Verde, which translates to Green Cape in Portuguese. They named it after the nearby Cape Verde Peninsula on the Senegalese coast, which is the westernmost point of Africa that the explorers had passed. English speakers have historically referred to the archipelago and the country as a whole since its independence in 1975 as Cape Verde. However, on the 24th of October 2013, the country's delegation to the United Nations requested that other countries cease using Cape Verde or any translations of Cabo Verde, which is Portuguese, as part of its official name. Instead, all countries should refer to the nation as the Republic of Cabo Verde. Now, let's delve into the location of this country. The Republic of Cabo Verde is situated in the North Atlantic Ocean. For those wondering about the Atlantic Ocean is a vast body of salt water covering approximately 1/5 of Earth's surface, separating the continents of Europe and Africa to the east and those of the North and South America to the west. In the vastness of this great ocean lies Cabo Verde, an archipelago nation of 10 volcanic islands and several islets, positioned approximately 570 kilometers, which is 350 miles off the western coast of the African continent, near Senegal, the Gambia, and Mauritania. It is also part of the Macaronesia ecoregion. This unique geographic location has endowed Cabo Verde with a rich cultural tapestry and a strategic maritime position. Its many islands differ greatly from each other, making it exceptionally unique. So, as mentioned earlier, the Republic of Cabo Verde consists of 10 main islands. But it is interesting to know that only 9 of these 10 islands are inhabited by the people of Cabo Verde. One island, known as Santa Lucia, remains uninhabited due to severe drought. And it is quite fascinating to know that most Cape Verdeans live outside Cabo Verde, but the majority of the population resides on Santiago, which is the largest island in the country, and with the rest of the population dispersed among the other islands. Its unique location often raises the question of whether Cabo Verde is an African country or an European country. Well, geographically, Cabo Verde is located off the west coast of Africa, making it an African country. Its proximity to Senegal, the Gambia, and Mauritania underscores its African identity. However, its history as a former Portuguese colony has left a significant European cultural and linguistic imprint, with even the Portuguese language being the official language and many cultural practices reflecting a blend of African and European influences in the country. Additionally, the country's political and economic connections with Europe, such as its membership in the Community of Portuguese Language Countries and its strong ties with the European Union, often contributes to this confusion about if they are an African country or not. This blend of African heritage and European influences creates a unique identity for Cabo Verde, often leading to a misunderstanding about its continental affiliation. Despite these European influences, Cabo Verde's heart and soul are deeply rooted in African traditions and geography. Its vibrant Creole culture, the rhythm of its music, and the warmth of its people all speak to its African heritage. Therefore, while Cabo Verde has a rich and complex history that includes European connections, it is unequivocally an African nation and is a member of both ECOWAS and the African Union. Now, let's talk about the people of Cabo Verde. There has been a long-standing debate amongst the people of this island country about whether or not they are Africans. Cape Verdeans are an ethnically diverse population with a rich blend of African and European ancestries. The islands were uninhabited until the Portuguese arrived in the 15th century and began settling there. Over time, the population grew from a mix of African slaves that were brought from the mainland and from other African countries, and also Portuguese settlers. This blending of people resulted in a Creole culture, which is reflected in the physical appearance, traditions, and culture of Cape Verdeans. Therefore, while many Cape Verdeans identify as Black or of African descent, there is also a significant portion of the population with mixed race or lighter-skinned European heritage. This diverse heritage is a central aspect of Cape Verdeans' identity. This diversity, however, does not negate their African identity. It simply means that they encompass a broader spectrum of racial backgrounds. The elements of mixed race do not make them any less African, but it highlights the unique cultural and historical blend that characterizes Cape Verdeans' identity. So I hope this explanation clarifies any confusion about the racial identity of the people of Cabo Verde. That is all for today's video about this wonderful island nation of Cabo Verde, detailing its location, the ethnicity of its people, and their African identity. There is so much more that can be learned about this country, and hopefully another day, another time, I will get to bring to you some more interesting facts about this archipelago. But until that time, see you later. Thank you so much for watching today's video, and let me know if you have any additional stuff you may want to share about Cabo Verde. Have you visited this island before? What were your thoughts about this wonderful place? Would love to hear from you so much. Don't forget to subscribe and like this video as well. Thank you and bye-bye.